Y'all, welcome back to another episode of G-Man Fishing. We're fishing over here at Fern Ridge, fishing for some weird species. I don't know. I've never fished here. Don't know what to expect. Supposed to be some catfish, bluegills, crappies, bass, carp. So hopefully we're going to catch something. I don't know. It's a place I've never been to, so I don't really know what to expect, to be honest with you guys. Chance of cutthroat, browns and bows, I think is what I'm told. The water is pretty mucked up. Not necessarily a bad thing, not necessarily a good thing, but you know, fishing a new body of water, it's always going to be kind of difficult trying to learn it, especially if you only got one day to do it. I don't know how warm the water temperature is. I never do. Not the biggest concern for me, because as long as you're fishing, you're bound to maybe catch something if you're lucky. We're fishing on the dam here at Fern Ridge, which in my opinion in cold weather is always a plus, because it's usually deep water. Gives you an opportunity to maybe find some fish, maybe not. It may be one of those things where I pull out a drop shot and try to get a bass that way, or a trout, because trout I hit a drop shot. Not a lot of people fish for trout that way, but they do hit it. So I'm just hoping we find something for you guys today. Don't know that we will. One rig out there with a bobber and a worm for now. Another rig out there with a spinner for now. Planning on maybe throwing a bottom rig out there or something. Maybe today at some point for a catfish or something. The biggest problem is going to be is just figuring a pattern out to get fish. That makes it hard. How deep is that pond over there? Not very?
I don't think so.
Yeah. Dang it. That's the problem with using, like you said, problem with using weight, but you have to use weight to get down, you know, especially with the type of worm I was just throwing. It was hard to throw on this DC without a weight to keep it from backlashing, you know. Yeah, that makes it kind of cool, huh? Because then you can just listen for them. Don't even really have to watch them. Did you know a Cinco is one of those baits you can work on top of the water as well as under the water? Yeah. Yeah, you just you work it like a jerk bait, but you work it real quick on top. You catch bass that way. It's actually one of those baits to where you can fish it on the bottom, you can fish it in the middle of the column, and you can fish it on top. A lot of people don't fish it on top because, well, I don't know why that is, but a lot of people don't fish it on top. But I have fished it on top and caught fish.
Well, I don't know if you let Roland Martin tell it, that's one of the best baits ever created.
for bass fishing? Yeah. he honestly believes it's one of the best. Definitely does. I mean, I've caught so many bass on a Cinco, dude. And you know,
I don't doubt it though.
But you know, the thing about it is any Cinco style bait, even if it's not the Yamamoto, which is what he prefers, and that's what I'm fishing is Yamamoto's, is as long as it looks like a Cinco and works like a Cinco, you're gonna catch fish on it. It don't have to be the Yamamoto baits.
I know the Yum 3-inch dinger in the pumpkin seed. I've caught everything. I've caught fish doing everything from Texas rigging, whipping without a weight, with just a jig, and then also on net rig.
Yeah. The Cinco is it'll catch just about anything, you know. I've even caught catfish off of Cincos. So.
Yeah, I caught a really nice bow out of prime res casting my Ned rig. It was probably a half second after it hit the water. I was definitely coming out, but it's always a little bit funner when you fish with a buddy.
There we go, got it on. It's like I'm like threw it out there and letting it set and it drifted underneath the dock, so I'm like,
I've got lots of baits for these mini jigs.
I'd
always planned on getting these, so I just never got around to it because I hadn't been around small enough fish.
See, like these guys are fishing. There's at least 2 boats out there fishing. And if it looks like they're trolling, so maybe they're fishing. Maybe there are kokanees in here. I don't know.
I mean, there could be, but from what I've read, though, this is mostly a warm water.
Well, with as shallow as it is, it don't surprise me none.
It says the crappie are the main attraction.
Really?
Yeah.
Fishing way too deep. How deep you think it is out there, bro?
I'm not even sure.
I know way out there at about 7.5 feet, I'm not coming in none. So I'm fishing too deep, I think. So I'm gonna go with about 3 feet now.
Somewhere between 2 and 3, and I've already snapped up.
Yeah, I'm gonna go I'm gonna go ahead and do about 3 feet deep and see if it drifts the way I want it to, you know, because I want it to keep moving. I don't want it to just sit there. To me, just sitting there is kind of defeating the purpose, you know. I'm the type that just want to keep it moving so that I cover as much ground as possible, you know, even if I am in one spot. But throwing out at different angles gives me different, you know, angles to drift at, you know. Yep, 3 feet's too deep too. I'm starting to wonder about our choices here. Not that it's a bad choice, but if I can't drift at 3 feet deep, then I know it's a pretty shallow reservoir or pond, you know.